Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the side stream BTS Smash 3 here at Shine 2019. My name is Sturm. Joining me?
Myran, once again on the mic. We are here for some more top 64 action. And right now, we are on the loser side of the bracket, here with Tweek versus Myran. Losers round 3 of top 64. I believe the loser of this gets, I want to say, 25th.
Oh, is it 25th? Okay, it is not. It's not as early as I thought. I thought it was gonna be 33rd.
No.
Myran eked out a win on Wishes, 3-2. Wishes having already lost to Black Twins on the winner's side, so Wishes is gonna fall to 33rd. Kind of a crazy tournament. Tweek 3-0'd Pandarian to get here. These are two players. Those are two players already victims of these two. That I think many people were thinking could make it pretty far in this bracket, but now they're facing the wall. Two top 20 players in the world. Tweek versus Myran.
Tweek already off to an incredibly strong start versus Myran. Myran finally getting the first hit, but 100% taken already.
Tweek is just in his face. He's not really paying too much mind to these Pikmin. He's just he's weaving his way in. That's the aerial mobility of Wario. We mentioned that previously in commentating. It's just, you can find that perfect diagonal angle to sneak in right past the wall of Olimar using that mobility. And there's a stock fall into the down tilt dash attack in the corner.
Yeah, pretty much this whole game has already just been... Tweek just ate a Pikmin. He just ate a Pikmin. Yeah,
Delicious.
that can happen. But most of this game so far has been Tweek kind of camping across these two platforms, just getting a lot of damage from coming down on top of Myran and just punishing his committed buttons. Oh, down it to Waft, not enough to take it, but he's almost lapped Myran in percent, and Myran only with one Pikmin, and there he goes, no Pikmin right now.
That back air is that strong? Okay. Not sure about the DI on that one necessarily, but maybe it did hit with that much strength and rage. But of course, that's a strong move in itself. The down smash, cleaning up the stock, but still 2 stocks to 1.
Definitely not going to be challenging that yellow down smash from that position as Wario.
Oh, that's interesting. Did the Pikmin kind of mess up the timing on that up air to make sure that the pickup didn't connect? That was really weird. Did it like extend the hitbox on the up air a little?
I believe so. That can definitely happen versus the Pikmin, but...
I feel like that nair to up air should have connected. Or maybe it just doesn't connect on the floaty at 0. So I'm not sure entirely what the interaction was, but either way, this is allowing Myran to get a little bit of mileage going on this second stock. He's now finding a way to really handle this diagonal movement that Tweek's been presenting.
Bit by bit, but it's always those moments when Tweek comes down, usually in positions where it looks like he's going to go for a landing aerial, instead just lands with the empty line into the up tilt and gets it started from there. And Tweek is playing this very, very slow, very conservative, expecting the roll in. Doesn't get the punish though.
Now Myran is getting a little bit of stage presence here. He does have the double purple lineup. This is probably your strongest lineup in the game, and in most, if not all, matchups having 2 purples on your side because the side Bs just become so much more potent, and you can use it to control a little bit more space. But Tweek doesn't really seem dismayed, and that dash attack will kill.
Yeah, not the best DI on that dash attack, getting that kill uncharacteristically early. But what a strong first game coming out from Tweek.
I think this is how Tweek has to play on the loser side of bracket, just with no fear, right? You just come in, you just steamroll everyone. He already has a 3-0 win in his ledger in the loser side of bracket on Pandarian. A very strong player, don't get me wrong. But Tweek is just showing how good he is here. Statement victory in game 1. And now for game 2, we're going all over this stage select screen. It looks like Smash Bros. The pick. I agree with this a lot. I feel like the positioning of those platforms on Stadium 2 really allowed for, as you mentioned, just mixing up your landing angles, mixing up your diagonal options off when jumping off of said platforms. And having that platform just be in the center of the stage instead of having 2 on the diagonal sides is going to allow for more horizontal space control for Olimar.
Absolutely. Oh, very nice. That's something that Myran does among all other Olimars. He likes to do those desync tricks on that Smashville platform. He'll lay a Pikmin right there, and then he'll be able to attack with it from that position. It's kind of crazy.
Speaking of diagonal space control, that's one way to do it for sure. But Tweek does not look too terribly dismayed. He knows he's always like a combo or 2 away from evening up this game, while Olimar has to play the game of a death of 1,000 cuts here, more or less.
That said, though, those cuts can come quick and they can come relentlessly, particularly if he has a white Pikmin on deck, which he doesn't have at the moment. But still, you don't know when they're going to come.
Yeah, he only has 1 purple Pikmin, but that 1 purple is a MVP right now with that Pikmin throw. Buying a lot of space for Myran as he tries to reset the situation, but just too slow on the turn, and there's the down tilt dash attack. Gets it done again.
I believe that was actually the late fair into the dash attack. That is kind of the other confirm that Tweek has been using quite a bit throughout this bracket. But as you said. That's a great grab. So much damage coming out from that blue back throw. 22% off of a single throw.
Great tech, though, on the turnaround dare. Reaching just a little bit below that smashable platform, but Tweek was ready for it.
Oh, good catch on the landing, and not the best DI. Obviously, Tweek was trying to fade back a little bit, and he got caught slipping by that blue down smash, funnily enough.
And that might give Myran a little bit of momentum here. He does have a purple online, which is a very useful Pikmin to have. But okay, as soon as I say it, as soon as I said Myran had a shot at just getting a turnaround here, you see 2 up airs, an up tilt, and a waft. See you later.
Double up air into waft. Deadly, deadly combination. And now, very similar position to the previous game. Tweek just has a full stock lead on Myran.
And that's got to be so deflating, right? It's just the ability to mix up when you're going to use that waft combo. You can use it to seal out a game, or you can use it to just take a huge momentum swing into the second stock. And it felt like Myran really had a shot as soon as he got into just like neutral parity, because the last game he kind of got lapped a bunch. Oh, what?
Oh, wow. So it looked like Myran was trying to back air him there, but instead the giant hitbox of that final hit of up B instead caught him before the back air came out, and Wario getting the KO. Another 2-stock finish for Tweek.
That's like the wolf up beat stocks we saw a couple of times previously. I was not really familiar with Wario's ability to make you miss tech in your face. I thought it was a pretty linear up B to try and intercept, and that's I think what Myran had in mind as well, but he's going to fall victim to it here. Quickly down 2-0. This has been about like 5-6 minutes at most in these 2 games.
This has been probably the fastest set we've had so far in this block. Tweek is just kind of trying to speed run through this. And I like that, using the chomp right there, because he knew that Myran was probably going to try to whistle out of a potential secondary up air. So the chomp obviously easily beating that.
Yeah, the command grab very useful versus those armor options, especially one that doesn't present a hitbox of its own. And now, this beating is continuing here. Oh, okay, where are we going? Where are we going? We're back. 99% on this Olimar, and he's lost all his Pikmin. This is a tough spot to be in, but okay, the one draw he gets is a purple. Very useful.
Nice. Look at all that damage tacked on just from that one purple. And again, another fantastic chomp coming out from Tweek. You know, he's looking for this down tilt, the down tilt or the late nair, both of which should be able to get the KO. But who needs either when you just have a big, strong back air like Wario's right there?
That back air hits like a truck through him. It's so strong. I kind of underestimated the strength of that. It's a killer move. A little bit laggier, though, but he's able to make it work when you have that stage control and that presence.
And it's surprisingly quick as well, especially for how strong it is.
When combined, especially with the aerial mobility that Wario has, because you can fade one way or feint backwards.
Yeah.
And then present the back air. All right, spot dodge into down smash. That's going to be a tried and true way to mix up defensively. But okay, up smash. Getting it done.
All right, now finally, Myran keeping this pretty close this time. 2 stocks apiece and only a 10% deficit for Myran. Great up smash out shield into the back air. Even with the additional lag on that up smash, and still able to get those combos.
Oh, and trying to, I think, maybe get like a jab lock in the corner or something. That could have been a very violent way to seal out a stock on the part of Myran. And there's that whistle armor you were mentioning coming out. Very useful here, because we know what those up airs can lead to.
They can lead to death, as we've seen in this set.
But the double purple really going to help Myran get a little bit of mileage out of this. He's in a disadvantaged state, but the throws of those Pikmin are really useful. But that dash attack, super important, because now those double purples, I just mentioned how useful they are, they're gone.
Yeah, not respecting that dash attack now. Kind of with a bit of a mediocre lineup is Myran. He does have the blue to potentially get a KO throw at a little bit higher percent, but Tweek might not allow him to even get to that point.
Yeah, that's not going to KO on Wario's hefty weight with no rage until probably like 155, right? I would say.
Blue up throw is incredibly strong. It might KO now. Almost.
Okay, I'm underestimating the strength of that, but there you go.
Yeah, it's stronger than the likes of Charizard and Mewtwo up throw. It's very, very powerful. Tweek not been too successful with a lot of his tech chase attempts after those knockdowns. I think he's overestimating where some of his opponents are going to go. He keeps anticipating rolls in, and they're simply not giving them to him.
At the same time, he was ready to pull that down B trigger if that roll was in, so the risk-reward very much slanted in his favor. Okay, Myran does get the stock.
Myran finally taking Tweek's second stock in a game, and now he has the lead. As you mentioned, the death by 1,000 cuts, but those cuts came real quick.
but you know, one big cut can get it done as well.
One
That's gonna
big
be the
clap is all Wario needs to take the game and take the set. Clean 3-0 coming out from Tweek. And that'll be Myran down at, I believe, 25th place.
It's a little tragic, of course, to see Myran fall at 25th place,
Yeah.
but it's also nice to see Tweek play in with like a chip on his shoulder in the loser side of bracket. He's just going to kind of take, he doesn't care what your PGR rank is, he doesn't care how what hidden boss you are from whatever region.
Yeah.
He's just going to 3-0 and handshake you. That's 2 in a row now here for Tweek as he tries to make it into top 8 through the loser side. Falling a little early at Shine, but he looks no worse for wear.
Yeah, absolutely. Just generally fantastic play coming out from Tweek, as we can almost always expect. But coming up next